Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, is scrambling after Will Smith and his attorney began speaking out against him. New leaked audio has surfaced, revealing Diddy's comments about Ellen DeGeneres, Will Smith, and Ashton Kutcher. And what he said is truly shocking.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling confident. We're going to go get Mr. Combs out of jail.
Have you seen him? Have you talked to him?
Yep. We've
How's
seen
he
him.
doing?
He's doing great. He's focused. Watch the tree. He's focused. He's ready for his hearing. We think the law and the facts are on our side, and we're going to go try to get him out.
If you're successful and you get bail today,
Yep.
Will he immediately be released, or what's the process?
You know, it's hard to know. Each case is different. We're going to ask him for him to be immediately released. I don't know what the judge will do.
You think I wasn't gonna get at you from the inside?
He has reached out to a witness, an alleged participant in multiple freak-offs.
Then why Oprah staying quiet? Why Ellen moving to another country?
And he's asking people to intimidate witnesses or pay people off.
Don't be shocked if nobody show up to testify.
Don't contact me anymore, pup. I already got that Houston lawyer breathing down my neck over that 13-year-old girl.
If you don't want things to get worse for you, then you need to start answering my son's phone calls.
The defendant's goal is to blackmail victims and witnesses either into silence or providing testimony helpful to his defense.
New York is having a problem with leaks in this Diddy case, with alleged video of the court hearings already on the internet and leaked phone calls where he's calling witnesses. Things are getting out of control and you won't believe what he says on these calls. Recently, the DA released that Diddy was contacting witnesses from jail and they were saying this is the reason that he shouldn't get bail. He was using other inmates' phone calls to three-way people who would then call the witnesses, and that's who he spoke to over the phone. Also, in a weird turn of events, the DA who brought these charges against Diddy is suddenly resigning from his position during the biggest case of his career, and that is strange. So let's break down this insane phone call that we found online. Legal disclaimer, people, I'm just a guy that reacts to stuff I find on the internet. So as of right now, everything is rumors, gossip, or opinions of others. Everything in this video is...
During a concert in San Diego, Will Smith addressed the rumors about his friendship with Diddy, making it clear that he has no connection to him. He seems to be distancing himself, knowing that many people linked to Diddy could soon face legal trouble. Will has attended Diddy's parties for years, and there have even been reports of him, Diddy, and Jada being involved in threesomes.
But the world we're in right now, it's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I see them now. Some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all their meetings. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that, man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. That's not funny. but I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people. It's so many things people say, so much stuff, but. You know, that one, your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
Jimmy Kimmel has claimed that he once got into a fight with Will Smith because Will wanted a threesome with Jennifer Lopez. Meanwhile, Jada has threatened to sue anyone suggesting that she and Will are connected to Diddy. Their relationship has always raised eyebrows, leaving many wondering if Jada's lack of respect for Will's connections played a role.
You were dating J-Lo. Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Hi, Miss Pinkett. You look fantastic.
All right, good to see you. We gotta go. We're blocking traffic.
Oh, we got it. Oh, we're blocking it. I'm sorry. What do you say about the allegations? There's so many rumors. Anything you want to say?
We suing.
I know that's right. Thank you, Miss Pinkett.
Will Smith and Jada's connection to Diddy hasn't just affected them. It's had a serious impact on their kids, too. Jaden Smith was once a huge star with hits like Asterisk, The Correct Kid Asterisk, and Asterisk, The Pursuit of Happiness Asterisk, but he stepped away from the spotlight after seeing what fame did to his parents. Recently, Jaden and Justin Bieber were spotted kissing at Coachella, and many believe both have been deeply affected by their past experiences with Diddy.
I love Justin Bieber. That's just a fact.
Well, talk about brotherly love. You couldn't miss this moment on your feeds. Justin Bieber giving pal Jaden Smith a kiss on the cheek at Coachella.
I'm having a good time.
The now viral video shows Jaden sneaking up from behind the Biebs, grabbing his waist for a little dance, and then there's this, Justin sweetly giving his bro a kiss, something that's become the talk of the internet.
When I'm at school sometimes, my dad will just pull his pants down.
Hey! Will is always, Will is always playing. He plays.
Okay.
Kiss my son. Come on.
Jaden jumped up and ran.
No, not on the set he wasn't trying to kiss me, but after the set he'll try to kiss me or anywhere else.
So what do you think? Is Jaden still too old to get kissed by his dear old dad?
Jesse Waters from Fox News has reported that the network has received credible information that Ashton Kutcher is preparing to testify in court. It looks like arrests are on the way for everyone connected to Diddy, and surprisingly, Diddy's own associates are the ones exposing the truth. There are even claims that Ashton Kutcher's marriage to Demi Moore fell apart because of his ties to Diddy.
But going back to Cardella Smith's filing, his notice says that Jennifer Lynn Lopez, a.k.a. J-Lo, a.k.a. Jenny from the Block, quote, will be called as a material witness and expert to Sean Combs' viewing, possession, and distribution of his sexual assault upon the plaintiff in 1997 and the orders of defendant Sean Combs forcing Jennifer Lopez to remain silent about the videotaped sexual assault of plaintiff by defendant. Plaintiff states that the material witness Jennifer Lynn Lopez, also known as J-Lo and Jenny from the Block, was engaged in a relationship with the defendant Sean Combs during 1999 and 2001, and that the sexual assault of the plaintiff was recorded, distributed, and held by the defendant at his New York residence and recording studio. And during the relationship with Jennifer Lopez, she was made privy to this video that was taken by Sean Combs and his employee Kirk Burrows. She, J-Lo, has known this video existed and was in existence and took no action to make it known to anyone in law enforcement, and that she was even questioned by New York Police Detective Derek Palmer about this matter, and that the report will show that her answers to this tape was and still remains a resounding yes to its existence. And again, Cardella Smith writes that he wants to call Officer Derek Palmer as a witness because he says Palmer is the one who questioned Lopez and believes that he will have testimony that could help his case. Now, as I mentioned, Diddy's legal team has called for this entire case to be thrown out. Cardella Smith has filed a massive response to that request that totaled more than 200 pages. Probably half of it was just straight up copies of case law that seems to support his arguments, word for word. It's something out of like a legal textbook. There's so much to slog through, but I kind of want to give you some of the highlights. So first, in addition to the claims of rape and a cover-up, Cardella Smith also claims and alleges that Combs was violent towards his loved ones. At times, Cardella Smith addresses alleged threats against his family. Other times, he says Combs actually caused serious injuries to his brother. His response reads, defendant used threats of murder to force the plaintiff to not bring the case to any court of law enforcement until the homes of the defendant were raided by Homeland Security, that the plaintiff knew it was a safe time to bring the case, and that is why we are here at this juncture. And Cardella Smith argued that fear for his own safety and the safety of his family is one of the main reasons that he waited so long to report the alleged rape, and says that that reason alone should override any issue with the statute of limitations, that these claims might otherwise be time barred. And he also argues that while he's been in prison, fellow inmates and prison guards have threatened him on behalf of Sean Combs.
Ashton Kutcher's nice guy image is crumbling as people start to see his true colors. After the split from Demi Moore, he seemed to realize that Diddy's downfall was inevitable. To rebuild his reputation, he launched his company, Thorn, which focused on fighting child exploitation. However, by 2023, he was back associating with controversial figures. He and Mila Kunis even wrote letters to a judge asking for a lighter sentence for convicted child rapist Danny Masterson.
Bring in these people. A lot of these people were also aspiring young artists in the music industry. And then these parties were sponsored by Motown Records CEO, Universal Records CEO. This goes all the way to the top. And so you get these people in compromising situations. The drinks were laced. The videotapes were hot. And then at the end of the day, you wake up the next morning, what did I do? And then they have compromising material on you. And then they can guide your career. They could kill your career, but they got you. And it wasn't just people in the music business. As you said, there were athletes, there were celebrities, there were politicians, people from the royal family. And we were also told by the former bodyguard that Diddy was an FBI informant. Whoa. So he was a snitch and was feeding information to the feds. And we don't know what that means. We haven't been able to confirm it, but even Little Rod said it's not just like Epstein. It could be worse than Jeffrey Epstein.
I've been on FBI raids where I've seen things that no person should ever see. I've seen video content of a child that's the same age as mine being raped by an American man that was a sex tourist in Cambodia. And this child was so conditioned by her environment that she thought she was engaging in play. But the right to pursue happiness for so many is stripped away. It's raped. It's abused. It's taken by force, fraud, or coercion. It is sold for the momentary happiness of another.
There are no credible reports or verified sources confirming that Ashton Kutcher and Diddy invited 13-year-old Dave Chase to any inappropriate events. If you're interested in discussing factual information or recent developments, I'd be happy to help with that. Let me know what you'd like to explore.
Oh, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punked, because he was like, yo, don't punk me. Can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out, watch football together.
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read and not to undermine the testimony of the victims or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that. And we're sorry if that has taken place.
Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim of sexual assault, sexual abuse, or rape.
I understand your concerns regarding the allegations involving Diddy and Ashton Kutcher. However, it's important to note that these claims are based on unverified sources and rumors. Public figures often face various accusations, and it's crucial to approach such matters with caution and rely on credible information. If you have any other topics or questions you'd like to discuss, feel free to ask.
So good, you're doing so good.
I just want to say, everyone will suffer. Hey, MTV Rock! party tonight?
Yeah! Come to the after party tonight? Yeah!
In November 2024, Courtney Burgess, CEO of Alter Ego Records, testified before a grand jury claiming possession of 11 flash drives allegedly containing sensitive footage involving Diddy and two well-known celebrities, reportedly Will Smith and Ashton Kutcher. In response, Diddy has filed a $50 million lawsuit against the individual responsible for providing these tapes to the FBI.
Heard about that, but you heard about the reports that Ashton Kutcher, he's worried that Diddy might lie on his friends. You heard about that?
But that's what I've been saying. I said, if the federal government wanted somebody more than they want Diddy, if he has some information about some people that they would rather have other than him, he's able to get that information to them. But they gotta want it. They gotta want it. And Ashton Kutcher and him they were real tight. One time, me, him, Ashton Kutcher went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z there. You know what I'm saying? So they were close, they was cool.
But you think Diddy would do something like that? Lie on other celebrities?
Well, why would it have to be a lie? Because if he get caught in, he gonna be as truthful as possible. You understand? He's gonna give them enough information, whereas that it's gonna make him look like the choir boy. So, Ashton Kutcher, he has a right to be kind of alarmed if he was doing things with Diddy. Remember they used to have that group called the what do they call it? The Brat Pack? With Diddy, him, and a couple other guys was hanging out. Leonardo, one other guy too, I forgot the other guy's name. So, they all might be worried.
For him to come out with that comment, I mean, that is suspect. It sounds like he's worried that Diddy might give up some information.
That's why. That's why he made that statement. To set it up. To set up the atmosphere that, yo, this guy's gonna lie on us. This guy ain't gonna tell the truth on us. But what we know is that wherever Diddy went, his tape recorders went. His camera equipment was working. He was videotaping everything. So they might have that videotape already.